new players coming in, you know, in the teens and the 20s, and they were playing, and they were kind of getting stomped on, and it was like really, it was really hard to try to get them up to speed enough to play. And like, I don't like that because it's not fun for the person getting stomped. It's not fun for the person doing the stomping, usually. And like, it's kind of just like a non-game, and I don't want people to feel bad playing Smite. That is not my objective here. I want the exact opposite. I want people to have a good time playing Smite. I think the game is really good. I think it's at a really good spot right now. I like everything that they're doing so far in this season. Like, Smite, especially in your early level, should be a good time. It should be a positive experience, even when you lose. And going 0-17 and then having your teammates scream at you is exactly what I don't want in my custom games. And it's exactly what happened. And it was a really good game, though. Like, there was just, like, a newer Scylla that decided to build tank. Because, like, I don't know, I guess they were scared or something, right? Do I agree with it? Maybe not. Would I scream at it? No, absolutely not. Like, and it felt bad. It was a really good game, and it went on for a while, and it was back and forth. I actually had to cut stream because it was taking so long to just finish, right? It was really close. And then we finally got it, and this dude just starts popping off about Tank Scylla and blah blah, and like, Tank Scylla was like in the 30s or something. 20s, teens, 30s, like low. And that person now has that experience not only with the game, but with my stream. That they came into my stream, they came into my custom game, and then they just got chewed out. And like, that was absolutely, like, no. I went in saying that is exactly what we're not gonna do, right? What's your favorite game mode? Assault and Conquest are probably tied. Assault and Conquest are tied. Some people only have fun when they're dominating their opponent. Weird. Yeah, I don't get it. I like having real games where it's like close and then we come out ahead, right? To be fair, people yelling at new players is why I never ever play Conquest. It was just not a fun experience as a new player. Yeah, and that's a shame. Because Conquest is like a fun mode. People can just like be chill. I must have missed something. No, somebody was asking about doing viewer games, and I was explaining why I'm not totally against it, but I'm a little hesitant. I'm a little hesitant because, like, we did try the viewer game the one time. It went maybe not the greatest. And I don't really want one person to be, like, dictating the sort of what happens in the stream, but on the other hand, like, I was afraid of a very specific set of circumstances happening, and the very first time I tried it, those circumstances came to light, right? Like, exactly what I didn't want to happen happened. Pew! Arena equals best place to learn gods. People take Conquest and Joust too seriously. I don't know about... It's the best place to learn a lot of gods. It's the best place to learn how to team fight as a god. Some gods just don't really do well in this environment, though, because it is basically just, like, team fight the mode, right? Let's just try to get a Soul Eater, I guess, since we're not going to get trans stuck. I think there's a few streamers that say minimum level 80, but even then, that's a very limiting factor. I say 60 because then at least you've played enough to have your feet under you that, like, you know what can happen, and you know probably not to listen to the people screaming bloody murder, right? Like, you know what you're about by level 60. You might not be a pro, but, like, you got a reasonable idea about how to handle yourself and how to stick up for yourself and deal with it, right? And you've already, importantly, you've already had formative experiences in the game, right? You've already had sort of like a coloration of Smite when you think about it. Is, I think, the most important part. At least for me. Different streamers are gonna have different priorities. I'm gonna die. I'm level 51. Close, Poison. Close. 157. Nice, Tito. Arena and Conquest requires different playstyles from a few gods to be as effective as possible, though, and definitely different builds. Yeah, and I mean, like, some gods literally just want to find you in the jungle alone. And you just can't do that in Arena. No what? Level 5, oh no. But I play a lot of ranked Conquest and Joust, over 1,000 skins and 51 diamond characters. Nice, Sir Tito. My 8-year-old started playing Smite. She will play Joust and Conquest, and they will bully her because she doesn't fully understand how to play perfectly. Shame our communities like this. Yeah, it's a shame. I don't like our community. It's weird because it is our community, right? And it is a shame our community is like this. But I also think it's just internet culture in general. I think for what it's worth, Smite's actually done really well trying to clean it up. It's just that there's so much sewer to clean up. There's so much sewer to clean up. I am definitely extremely sorry that that happened to your kid. I hope that, like, at least you told her just literally do not listen to them, right? Block them, mute them, report them. They're being mean. They're being bullies. Don't listen. And I know that only goes so far, right? When it's happening, it's really hard, especially for a child, to sort of have that cognition that, like, okay, these guys are just dicks. I'm just not gonna listen, right? They're not worth my time. They're not worth my headspace. Which gods need the most revision in your opinion? Loki, Ares passive probably needs revision. I'm of the opinion Set's kit needs a revision. That's probably about it. Mute button? Yeah, use the mute button. But it's really hard for an actual child to have that cognition, right? I don't let my little brother play these online games because I have those experiences where people turn on mics and scream racial slurs and obscenities on the daily. Yeah, it's really unfortunate how awful a lot of the internet is, and it makes me really sad a lot of the time. Like, this could be so nice. It's kind of the world in a microcosm, right? This could be so nice if we all just kind of decided to play well together, and a lot of people just won't. They don't get anything out of it. Their life doesn't become better by it. There's no actual gain, so it's not even that they're greedy or selfish. Like, they're just dumb. And there's like no real way around that. There's no real way around that. It's not a selfishness issue. It's not even like a maturity issue. It's the fact that literally you're making the world a worse place, you're making someone's experience worse, you're making your game worse, you're making your community worse, and you don't get anything out of it. And that's not greedy, and that's not selfish, and that's not toxic, that's stupid. It's stupid. Anyway. The only person you're allowed to yell at for their build of Demo is building Crit Arthur. To be fair, that's not Demo being bad at the game, that's Demo being a troll. I love Smite, it makes me happy, but I'm always in party with raging bots, it makes me hate it. Block, mute, report, immediately. The minute you think they even might be a sewer child, I just don't even deal with them. Not worth it. Not worth your time. Not worth your effort. U-Rock cancel that? Yeah, please don't U-Rock cancel that. That's the most annoying thing. You're not clever. It's not funny. It's not even really that insulting. See, thank God I actually have the mentality that, like, when you do that, it doesn't make me feel bad about me. It makes me feel bad about you. In the South, there is actually very specifically a turn of phrase that kind of goes well with this mentality. And when you do U-Rock cancel that, the only thing I think of is, oh, bless his heart, or bless their heart. And a lot of people in this chat are not going to have any idea what that translates to. But anybody in the South, feel free to explain to our friends and compatriots here the mentality of, oh, bless their heart. I'm just going to leave now. I do it to Pyrat and only to Pyrat? Well, Pyrat deserves it. He's a rat. People are what make a game toxic, just like how people are the ones that use guns to kill other people. People are generically... Sort of regularly the worst part of any given system, yeah. It also doesn't help that one of these people are top 20 on Xbox, so then if you don't build like he wants, he'll cuss you out. That's fine, beat him, block him, report him. But I can't really understand MOBA community, like new bad players always get hated but rarely get any tips. Yeah, because it's not actually about being better. It's not actually about making the community better or making your game better. And we've already went over this. Like when you're trolling, when you're just angry, when you're busy screeching at your team, you've also given up on trying to win. You're actively attempting to lose. You're actively throwing your chances. And when you lose, it's not on the person that doesn't know what they're doing. It's on you because you had it in your power to change things where they didn't, and you didn't. You threw. It's your fault. You can hold the L. Azure Meteor, thank you for the host. We appreciate it. Bless you, I'll pray for you. The play version of You Really Need This Blessing, aka You're a Terrible Person. It's more of like a, at least where I was from, bless your heart, I was always just like, oh, that poor dumb bastard. Just dumb as a rock. Is there a reason why people spam help after they die instead of before? The assumption is that you're watching the map the entire time and know that they are in danger and have in fact opted not to help. It's more of a frustration thing than anything. He's my best friend's BF, or I would. Bless their hearts. No, your best friend's boyfriend doesn't get a pass. If he's doing things that need to be reported, you need to report him. Period. If he doesn't want to be reported, he can stop doing things that are reportable and making the community a worse place for everyone. I had an Agni earlier that bought no items and just fed right after I said something and they left. That's it. It's the equivalent of my sweet summer child. Yeah. For you Game of Thrones after it. Yeah. Oh, my sweet summer child. It translates to you idiot. It translates to you idiot. You ever hear, oh, bless your heart or bless their heart? It translates to you or that idiot. What do I want here? Bloodforge? I'll just take Bloodforge. Maybe like Runeforged. I love when they get mad at you for not following them to their death when there was no way they would survive. I mean, sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to. That's a much harder, like, higher thought process skill set, though. Like, in a team game, sometimes you have to stick to the call, even if the call isn't great, because not sticking together is even worse. Not sticking together makes an already bad plan function even less well than it's supposed to. No, I died. You need to come over here and die too. Depends, really. Sometimes somebody should have been there, even if it was dangerous. And sometimes nobody should have been there. And sometimes nobody should have been there, but once somebody was, everybody needed to be there. Me? You want me, Zed? What? What, Rick? Oh, I'm really sad I missed that left click. That makes me unhappy.